Alright, let's go ahead and open this up and take a peek at it, see what it has in the box. So let's just go ahead and open this. Okay, so there we go. This is a FEIYUTECH G6 MAX gimbal. It's supposed to be good for the pocket camera, action camera, and a smartphone, but we're going to be testing it with a small entry-level DSLR as well to see if it actually can handle it, and hopefully it can, because as far as the payload goes, it's supposed to be good, way more than the camera weighs. I think this one can handle up to 1.2 kilogram, and I measured my camera and it actually shows up to be about 700 grams altogether with the lens. And even having the telephoto zoom lens, I can actually have about 800 grams. There you go, it comes in a really nice case. This way you can actually transport it like this. Yeah, it's got a nice texture. Just kind of feels like a regular styrofoam or something, but it's actually not a styrofoam. It's feels kind of like soft rubber or something. Perfect. Let's go ahead and open it up. It actually has a pretty nice case where you can store all the things important for your gimbal. They have this charge cable, they have the gimbal here, they have the mounting plate, and they have a little small tripod that bolts on the bottom of the gimbal. This way you can just stand it when you have to balance it, or if you just want to shoot from this tripod. So there you go. So you can have a very stable tripod. Let's go ahead and see what this gimbal looks like. Oh wow, it does feel heavy when you first grab it in the hands, because it has that aluminum build. It's not a plastic build, so it really feels much more premium quality. I like the way it's kind of sits in your hand because it's so small compared to like other gimbals. Yeah, this one actually feels pretty nice. It has a small LCD display. You got this joystick and couple buttons here. One is rec and one is like a switch button. It has really nice quality build, like every part is machined perfectly, really feels solid. And one of the things I like about this one, it has this lock button so that your gimbal can be locked. If you transport it, it's not going to be moving and it's not going to damage the motor accidentally. It's got a nice handle here. We're going to have a more detailed look at the gimbal itself pretty soon. I'm going to be doing a full review of testing it in different conditions. But for now, we're just going to have a quick look. And as you can see here, there's a thread. You can bolt an additional handle, or you can bolt like an additional mount for your phone. You can get an extra mount where you can place your phone here and you can connect it to your camera, and then you can see what you're shooting. Yeah, you can put a handle on both sides. There is your USB charging port. And this is a new style. It's a USB Type-C, which is really great. I think this is supposed to be on every device nowadays. And you got the power button, and you have the switch button between photo and camera mode. There is also an additional USB-C port on top, and this one you can actually use to charge your phone in case it needs more battery life. So you can use the battery built into this gimbal to charge the phone that you're using to shoot videos. Alright, let's go ahead and look what else is in this kit. This is your mounting plate. It's also made from aluminum. You can use it to balance your camera. Let's go ahead and see what's in this box here. What this one's got in store. There we go, this is your GoPro mount. So you can mount your action camera and have some nice smooth footage with your GoPro without having to use an internal GoPro stabilizer, which usually crops the image quite a bit. Then you don't get a full 4K out of it, but if you use this one, you can put your image stabilization to 0 and have your full 4K footage. And because GoPro is so light, with this kind of gimbal, it will be real easy to handle the GoPro size. You don't even need to balance it much because it can handle that weight easily, and it doesn't require any balancing. Actually, as far as manufacturer's description, they were telling that even having like a small DSLR camera or small compact camera, you don't even have to perfectly balance it, because the motors are really strong and they're capable of dealing with a high payload. Even if it's not balanced, it will work with it. But you know, it's always good to kind of balance it so you can extend the battery life, because if it's poorly balanced, you're gonna have much less battery life than if it's perfectly balanced and if you don't strain the motors. All right, let's go ahead and see what else is there. Oh, something's falling out. And this is your GoPro bolt to mount your GoPro camera. So they even give you an additional bolt for the GoPro mount. I'm sure if you have a GoPro, you probably have hundreds of those, because every mount comes with the extra one. So, but anyway, this is nice. They actually thought about it and they included this mount in the package, so we'll keep it anyway. And then this thing here, this is your phone mount. It's got a pretty strong spring. Let's see if we can put the phone inside there. It has this rubbery teeth. It can hook on your phone, but you probably have to take it out of the case because it's pretty narrow up here. It will hold better if you take it out of the case instead of having a much wider case. For example, if you look at this case, it's not too wide, but still if you put it in, it's not gonna catch as good. So once you take it out of the case, it will work much better. But yeah, this one, it mounts right here, so you have a 1/4-inch thread like on any regular tripod. And it bolts to these mounting plates. And like I said, because of the high payload on this gimbal, you don't even have to worry about balancing it too much. So you just have to kind of guess where it's in the middle, and it should be just perfect. So, all right, let's see what else is in there. That's some kind of cable. Oh, wow. Oh, whole bunch of cables. Look at that. Yeah, there's nothing else there. There's nothing else there. It's empty. So yeah, you get like quite a few different types, few different cables, and they all have this telephone style cable so that it actually takes less room. It's much smaller, but then if you need to really extend it, it can stretch quite a bit. So let's go ahead and see what these cables are. So the first cable you get is your USB Type-C to your micro USB. This is in case you have like a micro USB charger on your phone, which most of the older phones, they used to have this type of USB. So yeah, if you have that kind of phone, you have this cable. Then if you have a newer phone and you have USB-C charging port on your phone, then you have a USB-C to USB-C cable. This one you can use to charge your phone as well. They also give you USB-C to TRS cable. This is an audio cable. Yeah, it's a 2.5 TRS, so this is not a 3.5, it's a smaller one. I don't think I'm going to be using this much at all because I don't have anything that would have that kind of plug-in. Then there's another one here. This is USB-C to your TRRS. And this is a 2.5 millimeter TRRS, which I also probably not going to have to use at all because this is like a smaller than a regular 3.5 millimeter audio jack. So yeah, this one's gonna be probably not used as often, the same as the TRS. But it's good that they have kind of include this in case some of the customers might have. Some of the people might use this still and might find it helpful, so that's good they included it. There's one more cable here. This is a USB-C to your micro USB, but this one has a 90-degree plug instead of a straight one. So they even thought about that. Two of your micro USB plugs, and one is a 90, one is a straight, and they both go to the USB-C. So this is a really great thing. Yeah, this is it. Here's your charging cable, and this is a USB-C to USB-A. This is probably also a transfer cable that you can update software on your gimbal. And I really like the way they made it because it's a flat one. This is the full package that you get, and they give you a nice carrying case so you can put it all in here, close it up, and take it with you to have some amazing footage. And they really fit nice in here because they have a special compartments for each of them. And let's go ahead and compare it to another smaller gimbal. It's a mobile gimbal, and this is a Zhiyun Smooth Q2. This is a dedicated smartphone gimbal, so you can see the size-wise, they're not that much different. So you can tell like they're a little bit taller, a little bit wider, but This one can only handle smartphones. You can somehow adjust it to make it work with the GoPro. If you make a bracket for a GoPro to fit into this phone holder, then you can use it with the GoPro. So it does work with GoPros as well. But this one, it can work with cameras as well. So yeah, this is really compact to its capability. And you can tell that the motor's a little bit bigger as well, so they can handle more weight as well. All right, let's go ahead and try it out and see how it works. Get some cool footage and see if it actually works like it should. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, click that like button as well. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I'll be really happy to help you and answer your questions. Let's go and try it out right now, so stay tuned.